Okay, moving on to the next topic, the electronic commerce ethical issues related to legal issues, intellectual property rights, privacy, free speech versus censorship, consumer and merchant protection against fraud. So these are the issues that you need to focus on your website. What kind of intellectual property rights you have? You have privacy, you have free speech versus censorship, consumer and merchant protection against fraud, non work related use of the internet, and codes of ethics. Okay, the corporate web policy guidelines, they talk about a lot of things. Some of these are issue written acceptable use policies AUP guidelines about employee use of internet and communication systems including email and instant messaging. So you need to make sure that you have these rules and guidelines listed in your website for employees, for the backend employees, as well as for consumers. You have to have everybody covered under this umbrella of acceptable use policies AUP. Make it clear to employees that they cannot use copyrighted or trademark material without permission. There has to be rules on that as well for employees, and that comes in the human resource department provides that kind of information in the uh, orientation, employee orientation. Post disclaimers concerning content such as sample code that the company does not support. Post disclaimers of responsibility concerning content of online forums and chat sessions. Disclaimers like, whatever is being said in this website is not it's not a propaganda, it's not, promoted by us, and it's people's own personal comments, and we have no control over it, and stuff like that. You have to post these comments somewhere before people start judging that, you are the ones who are generating content like that. So disclaimers like these are short statements that are posted at the right places, and they talk about how you can protect yourself, how you can disconnect yourself from what's happening in your website if you have no direct or indirect control over it. Make sure that the web content and activity comply with the laws in other countries, such as those governing contests and privacy. Make sure that the company's web content policy is consistent with other company policies. Appoint someone to monitor internet legal and liability issues and have that person report to a senior executive or legal counsel. Have attorneys with cyber law expertise review web content to make sure that there is nothing unethical or illegal on the company's website and that all required statements and disclaimers are properly included. This is also one of the main requirements, that you talk to an attorney or a website, a legal advisor who can go through the website and try to tell you what you can publish or what you cannot publish on your website. Intellectual property law in e-commerce is the creations intellectual properties. We have talked about it in the previous videos. Intellectual property or IP is a creation of mind or creations of mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, symbols, names, images, designs used in e-commerce. So these are all your things that you create: symbols, names, images, designs, and everything else that you're using to advertise, promote your business. Even something as simple as uh, my logo here, as simple as this logo, this video, and these images, all of these are my copyright. These are mine, they belong to me, and nobody is allowed to copy and paste and use them in their websites. Okay, these are copyrighted images. Intellectual property law is the area of the law that includes patent law, copyright law, trademark law, trade secret law, and other branches of the law such as licensing and unfair competition. Okay, let me introduce you to something here, and it is called the copyright. Yes, Copyright Service of United Kingdom. Okay, it's a copyright service. All right, and it is a UK copyright service. It provides a lot of information here. Register your work, update your registration, all of these things. Copyright registration with UK Copyright Service is fast, effective, and low cost way to protect your work from infringement and misuse by ensuring you always have the best evidence of ownership to protect your work and your rights. So these people, they talk about a lot of things, learn about copyright. One of the principal goals of UK Copyright Service is to educate, inform, and raise awareness. Okay? Awareness of intellectual property issues. So sites like these that cover you intellectually will also provide a lot of valuable and up-to-date legal and political information on how you need to be covered and what kind of pitholes that you need to avoid. Our information and education center has help pages like copyright law, international conventions, advice on how to protect your work, how to use copyright notices, how to deal with copyright infringement and plagiarism, specific advice for writers, musicians, artists, web designers, etc. Okay, and you need to register. Unsure if your work can be registered, do this check. And why choose us, why register? I'm not trying to promote this site here, but I'm trying to give you an example of the kind of information. It is massive information available for copyright. Each of these links can be read out, and you need to educate yourself, empower yourself on all these laws, and try to cover yourself using one of these services that they have. UK copyright law, protection copyright, using copyright notices, copyright registration, copyright infringement, and registering literary works, photographic works, websites, and art and design work, using work of others. All of these have been clearly stated. Just because you did not need read or you do not know is no excuse. It is no excuse for breaking the law. If you have a business, it is your responsibility to read up and stay abreast with every kind of information out there. Okay, and these are the fact sheets on UK copyright law. And what happens is that if you are covered by one of these services, you are pretty much covered internationally. Okay, and you have to know about the Berne Convention. Okay, it is the full title, Berne Convention for Protection of Literary Works and Artistic Works. Okay, and it applies to everybody who is dealing with any kind of artistic works. And cake, I believe my cake design business does fall under the Berne Convention, and I need to seek the right kind of protection. We're going to be moving to the switching back and forth on this website. I'm going to use this website as a standard of copyright service provider, and I'm going to show you what kind of services are available. You can also seek the services of this website. It's not very very expensive. Reasonable fees they have, and you can easily seek the protection that you require based on your business. Okay, let's move on with the chapter. Copyright is an exclusive right of the author or creator of a book, movie, musical composition, or other artistic property to print, copy, sell, license, distribute, transform to another medium, translate, record, perform, or otherwise use. So if you are the creator of an artistic piece, it is up to you how you use it. Entirely up to you. That is the meaning of copyright. That it's up to me, it's my property, and I'm going to use it the way I want to use. Infringement is the use of the work without permission or contracting for payment of a royalty. That is infringement. It is the use of work without permission, okay, or contracting for payment of a royalty. Digital rights management (DRM) is an umbrella term for any of several arrangements that allow a vendor of content in electronic form to control the material and restrict its usage. So DRM, digital rights management, is an umbrella term for any of the several arrangements. So it has Fair Use Act. It is the legal use of copyrighted material for non-commercial purposes without paying royalties or getting permission. Patent is a document that grants the holder exclusive rights to an invention for a fixed number of years. So patent is something that you are granted protection for a fixed number of years, and it has to be renewed periodically. Trademark is a symbol used by businesses to identify their goods and services. Government registration of the trademark confers exclusive legal right to its use. So anything with a signed T registered trademark, you must have seen it many times. If you Google it, trademark, just Google it and you will see a lot of images. TM, these are the trademark of a lot of companies here. Okay, and if I go back, R is registered trademark, copyright, registered trademark. These are the different levels of protection that you have from the government. Okay, registered is that your company is just registered. Trademark is that nobody can use your business logo, your images, your color themes, and everything. That's trademark. Copyright is again a higher level of protection. So these are different levels of legal protection that you have. Okay, so just check out all these trademark and copyright images that you have here. Okay, trademark usually means an image or a logo through which the any business will recognize another business. Trademark dilution is the use of famous trademarks in public that diminishes the capacity of mark to distinguish goods or services or tarnishes the mark in the eyes of the consumer. Trademark dilution is something very similar to what they have. For example, if you have a brand that is known as Adidas and you create another brand and you call it, Padidas, you just put an P in front of it, or just it's similar, just it sounds similar, but it is not the same brand. What happens is that these big businesses will try to protect their brand, that nobody can have anything, you cannot add anything in the end, you cannot add anything in the front, and you cannot create a new word and then have it as your own business trademark. So to prevent trademark dilution, because people, when they look at a brand, they know what kind of quality to expect, what kind of service to expect, and many other things associated, many emotional reasons when they look at the brand as well, and they don't want it to be diluted by some inferior quality, inferior service. So in order for people to continue believing in your brand, you need to cover yourself up with the aid of trademark dilution clauses in your business. Fan and hate sites. Cyber bashing is a domain name that criticizes an organization or a person. Now there is something known as libel. You need to be very careful of that. People can take you to court. Okay, just took me to another page. Um, I don't think it's going to let me write on this page here. That's fine. Liebel. You can Google it here. Okay. And basically, what it means is, okay, okay, it is giving me names. Urban Dictionary. Yes. Let me check the spelling. Just I'll be right back. Yes, the I'm sorry, the spelling was wrong. Libel.
libel,
Libel, okay. Libel is a published false statement that is damaging to a person's reputation, a written defamation. He was found guilty of libel, okay. Defamation or defamation of character, okay, character assassination, which means that you misrepresent something falsely to bring their dignity or self-respect down, and defame somebody by publishing a libel, okay. And it is breaking the law. So you need to make sure that your website does not have any kind of cyber bashing. But there are websites that actually enjoy cyber bashing, but they have some kind of law protection that they are allowed to talk about public figures. Okay, so let's not go there, but as a website service provider, it is very important for you to maintain politically correct statements and be politically neutral at all times. That's the rule of thumb. Social networks are changing the landscape of privacy and its protection. Global view, the global view of social network, how it works. Privacy rights and protection opt out, the business practice that gives consumers the opportunity to refuse sharing information about themselves. For example, you may have a form that requires you to fill out whether you are male or female. And then there's another box that would say opt out, that I don't want to conceal, I don't want to I don't want to reveal my gender orientation. I don't want to. So it's up to you. Opt out. Opt in is the agreement, opposite of opt out. Opt in is the agreement that requires computer users to take specific steps to allow the collection of personal information. So these are the things that you need to deliberately, explicitly mention in your site before you seek out information. Free speech, online versus privacy protection. Free speech, online versus child protection debate, legal precedent, a judicial decision that may be used as a standard in subsequent similar cases. The price of protecting an individual's privacy. So these are the privacy issues as well that we need to watch out for. How information about individuals is collected and used online, website registration, cookies, spyware. All unwanted software programs designed to steal proprietary information or that target data stores containing confidential information. So all of these information need to be protected, and these are the three formats, three points of entry of a consumer into the website where they reveal about themselves. So you need to have policies for all of these points. RFID's threat to privacy. RFID's radio frequency infrared device, the scanning device, because sometimes these scanning devices, they scan a lot more than you want to reveal. Other methods and privacy of employees. Site transaction logs. These logs show the usage patterns of people surfing the internet. These are things that don't know are being revealed by you. They're invariably, involuntarily revealed by you, and you don't know how this information is going to be used against you. Let's cover this in the upcoming video. Okay, the different methods by which your information is involuntarily given away. All right, see you shortly.